Hello, gorgeous girl. Welcome back to my channel. And today we are diving into my favorite discoveries from 2024. These are really the items that just have helped me live my best life. And now I am 50 years old and I'm telling you, I have lived a moment or two, and I know when something's really good or if it's just like wah wah, it's kind of okay. So today we're going to dive into the best of the best. Oh, and you're going to want to stay to the end because I am saving my absolutely best discovery till the very end. And even I was shocked by how good this was. So stick around. So last summer when I was in Italy, one of my friends was like, oh my God, you got to meet Jeff Boyd. And I was like, who the heck is Jeff Boyd? Why do I have to meet him? He was like, oh, he's got this product. It's called MTE. And I was like, what the heck is MTE? So I connected with Jeff and we had a conversation, and I'm not gonna lie, this literally has changed my life. I know when I think something's really good when I actually just don't have to be reminded to take it, and I literally take it like clockwork every single day. And that is exactly how I feel about MTE. So MTE stands for more than energy, and they are saying the right thing. It consists of 11 powerhouse ingredients that really help to support your energy, your focus, your cognition, even your moods and your sleep. It's got spirulina, maca, saffron, holy basil, GABA, L-theanine, chicory root, amaranth, ashwagandha, and so much more. But here's what my experience with it has been. I just noticed that this year I have been really busier than ever. I just feel like I have so much on my plate, and it's a lot to handle. It's all good things, but it's still like a lot. And every single morning I start off my day with my MTE. I just take my little glass water bottle, pour in my packet of MTE, give it a good shake with some water, and that's it. And that is my morning beverage. So number one, I'm hydrating in the morning, but I'm getting that good quality energy and such a difference in my focus. I've turned some of my friends onto it. They're like, whoa, this is good. I even brought it to Italy on my retreat that I hosted back in October, and it was one of the gifts that I gave some of the girls that came with us, and even they were like, whoa, we really can feel the difference from it. It is incredible. I don't know exactly the science of how it all works, but I know that it really works, and it's easy. I mean, it's literally like a little packet, so even when you're traveling, and I don't miss a day. Like I said, I know when I love something because I'm going to take it every single day. Now, does it look like pee-pee in a bottle? Yes, it does, because that's because of the saffron, and it gives this kind of this yellow color. But you know, we don't drink urine here, or maybe you do, but I know I don't. But it really, really does help with my energy, and it's more of like that balance feeling. For me, the biggest benefits for sure are my focus and my ability to just kind of like, okay, I've got a ton on my plate, but somehow I can manage it. It's pretty incredible stuff. They are so immersed in the testing of it, and you know, I just love the fact that like Jeff is so passionate about the product. It's really, really incredible to see how excited he is about the science and the research, and he basically gave me a bold statement. It was like, anything that's on the market, this is better. And I gotta tell you, I kind of agree. So definitely check out MTE. Jeff is a friend of mine now, and so I got you a discount because I love you, and it is 25% off. Just use code Tracy, and that's good for either your first purchase or your first subscription purchase. And if you're anything like me and you want focus and energy and cognition, you'll want to do the subscription because it is really that good. You have to let me know when you try this. This is like mind-blowing, and I just think it's really one of the best products that's out there for real. Now, MTE was something that I was pretty early to the game of discovery, but this is something that I was actually kind of late in discovery of, and that is Chuvani collagen peptides. I know people have been asking me for years, for real, on my channel, what collagen do you recommend? Do you use collagen? And my answer was always like, I don't really know, I don't use it. But I have to tell you, I have just started using it, and I really, really like it. It's great for your hair, for your skin, for your nails, for your joints, and even your gut health. I'm on HRT. I've been on HRT for about 2 years, and you're not just like at a set level, right? Things start shifting and changing. And so obviously I'm tweaking with my doctor some of my dosages to kind of help that a little bit. But I have noticed that since taking the collagen, I feel a little bit like looser, if that makes sense. Like things feel like they're moving a little bit, and just having that more like youthful feeling. Like I get the jointy feeling in my hands, and I can tell whether it be caused from inflammation or joint problems or who cares. But collagen collagen is, you know, a building block protein. And Truvani's collagen peptides, guess what, guys? It is such an easy way to boost your protein intake. As a menopausal woman, you know, we all know that we need to be upping our protein, eating more protein. If you want to feel satisfied, if you want to keep your lean muscle mass, if you want your energy high, and this is such an easy way to do it, just adding a scoop to any beverage that you like. I personally like to add it to my coffee. It has 0 flavor, and I'm telling you, 20 grams of protein. So if you really want to have like a powerhouse breakfast, you could do a little Greek yogurt, add a little scoop of the collagen in, you know, mix it up, add your berries, your like some nuts, some seeds, and like that is a major protein packed breakfast. Or add a scoop to your smoothie, or like I do, I like to have it to my coffee. I never ever in a million years thought I would be the girl adding collagen to my coffee, but here I am, and I'm 50 and I'm doing it. So everything that I'm talking about today, of course, I will be linking down below in the description box. If you don't know where the description box is, underneath today's title, you'll see the word more, and then if you're on mobile, you'll have to tap more again, and then everything will be listed down below for you as well. Now, another thing I've started doing with my coffee, and it's like what I like to call like my power coffee. So I drink decaf coffee. So like I said, I drink my MTE in the morning, but coffee for me is more just like the ritual of coffee. I love the smell of coffee. I love the taste of coffee. I like just like having like a warm beverage. It's just like my New York roots, even though I live in Miami. And I've started using the Symbiotica Nootropic creamer. I went to an event and my friend Robin put it in a gift bag for us. And I had it in my cabinet in my pantry for a while. And then one day I was like, you know what, let me just try it. I don't know, something about it, like the fact that it was like nootropic, I was like, is this gonna taste good? When I tell you it tastes good, it tastes unbelievably delicious. It makes my coffee creamy and a little bit sweet and just a tad of vanilla, but there's so many benefits from this creamer as well. It enhances memory, mood, attention, learning. It improves your cognitive performance under stress, and it even supports mental resilience. And because of the L-theanine, it actually slows the release of caffeine into the system. And that's really important because I am extremely sensitive to caffeine, and I find that if I have a lot of it, like I get those crashes where it's like all of a sudden I feel shaky, I feel jittery, and I feel really anxious in my body, and I hate that feeling. So this creamer kind of just helps me again to just like feel really good, and I love anything that's going to help me with focus and cognition, and this is also just another thing to add to my arsenal. But really, probably the main reason why I love it so much is just it's so good. It's so delicious. So you definitely will want to check it out and let me know when you do. Before we go further, I just want to say thank you again for being here. You are what makes YouTube so special and amazing. And we are at over 300,000 in our community. I just love seeing this community of women grow that really want to look and feel their best at any age and any stage. And if you haven't already, do consider subscribing. It's totally free to do so. All you have to do is click on the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up if it's helping you, and also click on the bell so that you're notified every time I have a video that goes live. All right, let's keep going. I love YouTube, but I also, you know, have been known to spend a little bit of time on TikTok. I'm not like a huge TikToker, and I do post on it, but like I still don't really know exactly how to do it, but I do like to consume it in small doses, and usually it's like at night. And one thing my algorithm has been pumping me up with are sock curls. I know it sounds so disgusting, like what are you talking about? But hear me out. When I tell you this has changed my hair, you have got to believe me. It is a completely heatless way to curl your hair. This is not sock curls. I will leave some footage in here of sock curls, but this is so easy. You literally need 0% skill to get amazing, amazing hair. So here's exactly how I do it. I have a pair of socks. They're long knee socks. I will never wear them in Miami. I don't think I'll ever wear them anywhere again. So here's what I do. I take the front pieces, put it in a little Velcro roller, and then I attach it with a clip, okay? That keeps the bangs kind of looking a little curtainy. It gives them a little bit straight, a little bit, tiny bit of volume, but kind of gives them a little bit of a good swoop. Then all I do, there are ways to do it that are different where you do it in 4 sections. I just do my hair in 2 sections. So your hair is clean, your hair is dry. Your hair can even be dirty, because I've done this many times when it's dirty, and I just put dry shampoo in on the roots, and then I'll do my sock curls. Your hair looks fantastic. And so you put the toe of the sock in your mouth. Is that disgusting? A little bit. Now it's a clean sock, but if you don't want to do that, I've seen girls do it where they put like a claw clip here, and then you just very carefully wrap your hair around the sock. Once you're done, you take the toe part and you fold it down, and then you kind of invert the sock. Now my socks, I do like to add a little elastic at the end. Do you look like a billy goat? Absolutely you do. But the next morning when you take out your hair, you are going to be amazed at how gorgeous your hair looks. It's crazy. Now my hair is naturally a little bit wavy. I have seen girls do it with stick straight hair. I've seen girls do it with very, very curly hair. And I think everything in between, it really, really works. Now, of course, depending on your hair texture, you might want to add some product to it. So what I like to do, and this is what my makeup artist advised, use a little bit of hair paste, you know, kind of like a molding paste, with a tiny bit of oil, and mix those two together, and then I'll just kind of coat my hair. That helps it because you're not using heat. I have found if I just do it with like no product at all, my hair by the end of the day, it still looks good, but like it loses the curl in it. Whereas if I put a little bit of product in it, it will keep that curl. And then I also like using an anti-humidity hairspray. The one that I've been using lately is the R&Co one. I love it. It's great. It gets the job done, and it just kind of holds the curl. And I'm telling you, your hair looks amazing. I mean, you look crazy at night, but to wake up with like perfect hair, worth it. Now I have talked about this before on my channel, but when I'm really thinking about things that have really changed this year for me and really have been such a good discovery, I have to just add that in. And those are the products by Nuxe. Nuxe is a French brand and it's been around forever, but it's kind of new for me. And so what I've started using is two products that are really like game changers for me. Number one is the dry oil, the shimmer version. This is so beautiful. It gives you this like almost filter on your skin. It gives you like a little bit of a warmth to the color of your skin. If you haven't noticed, I am extremely pale. And so anything that gives me a little bit of a glow, a little bit of a warmth to my skin, I'm here for. And I love it because, you know, their products are really more naturally derived. I don't know what a dry oil is. All I know is my experience of it. It's not like a greasy oil. You know, like other oils, you put it on and you're like, I'm gonna stain my clothes, or like your hair gets all greasy. Like that is not the case with the Nuxe at all. I also love their neroli one, which I find is very hard to find in the States. I got it before in Europe. It's the green bottle one. Smells incredible. The shimmer body has a light florally smell. It's not overpowering at all, but I'm telling you, it's so easy. And I love the application of that as well, because it's just sort of like you shake it up and you just kind of put it in your hand, and then you just can quickly put it on your body wherever you want it, and you just look amazing. So I absolutely love it. And the second Nuxe product that I love is their honey lip oil. I have suffered with dry lips. I just always do, but also just like a great gloss to kind of top over your lipstick. It is amazing. It is clean ingredients, and it's just such a cute packaging, and I just love it so much. I just feel like it's one of the best lip oils that are out there, and I try a lot of them, and the Nuxe one is definitely one of my top 3 for sure. So definitely check out Nuxe, and let me know what are your favorite Nuxe products too, because I know that they have a whole line of like skincare and stuff like that, which I haven't even tried yet. Now, this next one is not really a product, something you can buy, but I thought this might help you as well. And that is basically changing up the time of my workout and sort of my workout schedule. So here's what I mean. When my daughter was very little and she slept in her own bed, which she doesn't now, more on that later, I would wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, get my workout in, and then, you know, start getting ready for the day, and then wake her up around like 7 if she was going to school. Well, now she comes into my bed every night, and that's been going on for about a year now, where she's literally our little guest, and I love her, and we're going to be working on shifting this because it's just not great for any of our sleep, but I do love the snuggles. It's a whole thing. I just can't do the workout in the morning, because before I would try to wake her up and then like work out and be like, it's fine, she can be on the couch, but then I'm waking her up at 6 o'clock in the morning. She does not need to be at 5 years old getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning so I can work out. So I just had to be more flexible with myself. So what I've changed is I no longer do the school drop off. I have delegated that to my husband. I do the pickups, he does the drop off. So it gives me like an extra hour and a half of time that I didn't have before. And so now I love doing my morning walks. You know, getting in my walks, it's so good for my mental health. It gets me in nature. It helps me feel like I'm really preparing for my day. But then after my walk, I will do a TBT workout, and that has been such a game changer for me, doing the walk first, and then before I start my workday, getting in like my proper workout through TBT. I don't know why, but just like that little mindset shift, you know, a lot of times the biggest barrier for our success is our brain and our beliefs and our thoughts of like what's possible or what we can do or what we have time for or what, you know, whatever, right? And so just making that little subtle change has made such a difference for me in my consistency, my willingness to get the workout in, and I just find like I have so much more time. Here's another little hot tip. You know what started this little change and me having more time and being more consistent with my workouts, because just like you, I struggle as well, was getting the help that I needed and telling my husband, you know what, you're gonna do the drop-offs in the morning, you know, because I do all the pickups and the after-school activities and, you know, yada, yada. I need your help in the morning. And just by doing that, it has given me so much time. So ask for the support that you need because you are worth it. This one actually cracks me up because it's something that before I had children, I used to think was like, oh my God, why do you do that? You don't need to do that, like blah, 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 blah. But let me tell you something. If you have a child, you need to meal prep. Meal prepping has just changed the game for me. Now, if I am cooking something, I am never cooking one meal. I am always cooking multiple meals at a time. For instance, the other day I was like, you know what? It's a Monday and we had a busy schedule and like, you know, we wanted to just like take care of a few things. And I had some after school stuff that I had to do with my daughter and that was gonna make my day longer, yada, yada. So what did I do? I was like, all right. And I made 2 meals so that the next 2 dinners, we weren't going out, we weren't getting takeout, we weren't making unhealthy choices, we had food prepared. Here's what I made, in case you're wondering. I don't have footage of it, but I'll just tell you. I made a meatloaf. My daughter loves meat, and so I used organic ground beef, and I used 1 egg, and I put in a little bit of almond flour and some spices, a little bit of tomato sauce and some cheese, put it in a baking pan, and I'm telling you, I was like nervous about this, so I was like, I'm so sick of making the same things. It was delicious. It tasted like a pizza. I was like, this is pizza. I don't know why it all worked, but it totally did. And then the other thing I made was just some baked chicken thighs, like so easy. So basically I prepared them both, threw them in the oven, and then at the same time I was like steaming some broccoli and just, you know, I don't do rice. I let my husband make the rice. So it's like, okay, and then I'll make him make rice later, and then we are good for a couple of days. So think about, like, if you're cooking something once, make your life easier and make at least 2 meals that you can get out of it. Have some vegetables going on the side or roast some vegetables. Do whatever you need to do to make your life easier to set yourself up for success. It was a discovery for me. It really was. I thought I didn't need to do it, but you know what? You do. Now, I've talked about on my channel before how I am just not really great at drinking water, and I have tried so many different things to get me more motivated to drink water. I mean, because obviously it's so important. It affects our energy, it affects our sleep, it affects our metabolism, it affects really everything because we are mostly water. So what has made the biggest difference for me is adding electrolytes to my water. It makes it taste better because it just has that little bit of like a salty tinge. And so I don't know, for some reason I'm a salty girl. I love it. But I've noticed that I have more energy, I have less chapped lips, and I just feel better overall. So dehydration is a killer. It's going to slow down your metabolism. It's going to make you crankier. It can give you headaches. It can give you all kinds of problems with your digestion. If you're dehydrated, you're not moving, your elimination isn't working. So it's really, really important that you are drinking enough water. And if you don't want to purchase an electrolyte or something out there, there's so many amazing products. You can also just use some really high quality sea salt. Now, it's not going to give you a flavor like some of the other ones will, but at least you're going to be getting a little bit of some minerals and some sodium into your water that's going to really help hydrate you on that deep level. And that really matters when it comes to your skin, your digestion, your health, your moods, your sleep, your everything. Cold plunges are all the rage on social media, but I'm telling you, I have zero interest in cold. I don't like cold weather. I don't like cold showers, and I'm definitely not going to be throwing myself into an ice bath. I'm sorry, it's just not something for me. But what I do love is using heat, especially infrared heat. And I've started implementing 2 different sources into my routine this year that have really changed things up for me. Number one is my red light mask. I just find that my skin, the texture looks smoother, my pores are less visible, and I just have like more of a glow to my skin. I'm 50 years old, you know, like I will take all the help that I can get. I also like to kind of put the mask on my hands too, just to get a little extra therapy there to help with fine lines and wrinkles and collagen stimulation, all of the things. And I just started using one of those sauna blankets. Now, when I lived in New York, I used to do this in the winter because I would just get chilled to the bone and I hated it. And I tend to not be much of a sweater in workouts. So I started going to a place that had these sauna blankets, and it really would help me. And I would notice that in my workouts, I would be sweating more. Now, why is that important? Well, that helps your body to detoxify. That just helps your body eliminate, right? It helps your hormones to be balanced if you're sweating out things that our body doesn't need. And another thing that I've started doing is hot yoga. Now, I don't do the hot yoga super regularly. Right now, it's like once every 2 weeks. But I'm telling you, again, as a person who doesn't tend to sweat a lot, it feels so good for my 50-year-old body to be stretching, to be moving, to be doing the yoga with the heat. I thought before I was like so afraid of it. Now I love it, and I almost feel like my body kind of craves it. So try seeing, you know, everyone's different, but see if heat helps you, because I'm finding it's helping my flexibility, it's helping me relax more, and it's also helping my joints, which sometimes feel a little bit achy and creaky. And I said I was gonna save the best for last, which I am. So I hosted a retreat in Italy, and I did it back in October. And, you know, it was such a long time of preparation and, you know, getting things ready for it. And I'd never done it before. I'd never done anything like that before. So I really just wasn't sure, like, am I going to like this? Am I not going to like this? Am I going to hate it? Like, what is this going to feel like? It was, and this is a huge, huge statement because I love what I do. It was honestly the favorite thing I've ever done in my career. And I'm just so happy I'm sharing this with you because we're never too old to make discoveries about ourselves. You know, like I was nearly 50 years old when I did it for the first time, and I was like, oh, this is incredible. It was a dream. Number one, we were in Italy, which is like my favorite place on planet Earth. Number two, I had women from my community from all over the world come together and be together. And as women, that is so important and powerful. I mean, I realized like by day two, I was like sitting at the table and I was like, oh, I feel so relaxed. I could feel just like my shoulders melting down. I felt so good. We did workouts in the morning. We did some wellness walks, but we also did pasta making. We had aperitivo. We did a saffron tasting. We did a truffle hunt. But mostly what was really amazing was just the power of community, of women being together and really just focusing on themselves. You know, I was so proud of the women that came there because everybody's busy, right? Everybody left their homes, their families, their jobs, their responsibilities, and me too, right? And I was like, wow, what a gift to give yourself, to be in this beautiful, beautiful place, to soak in all of the beauty and to just really give yourself the gift of a retreat, of just saying, you know, this is my week and everything else can be handled later when I get home, right? The kids are gonna be fine. The husbands, the partners are gonna be fine. Work is gonna be fine. This is your time. And when I tell you, I've just never felt I could get emotional. I've never felt so much joy doing anything like this before. And I'm so excited you're first to hear about it, my beautiful YouTube community, because I'm actually hosting another one in June of this year. So June 23rd till 28th in Italy. It's amazing. And I'm gonna leave my email literally right here. If you were interested, reach out to me and I will give you all of the details. It truly was incredible. We're gonna be switching things up because of seasonality. So this time when we do it, we're gonna be doing like a flower arranging class, which is amazing. It's by like a female run floral garden, which is gonna be incredible. We're also gonna be going to a wine cantina that is also run by women, because that was one of the themes that kept coming up, was like how amazing women are and the power of women just living their desires and stepping into their desires and their joy just because they want to. So you are never too old to discover beautiful things that you love. And I want to hear from you. That's what I love about YouTube, is our community. So definitely leave me a comment down below. Let me know what were some of your best discoveries of 2024. And one of my favorite things from 2024 was you, and really building this amazing community of women from all over the globe. So you are gorgeous, you are amazing. And if you want to keep hanging with me here on YouTube, make sure to check out this video next, and I'll see you there.